Cac Cactuar. This is tone barrier. I don't understand what this is. Is it carrying a knife at me?
Yeah. Again, that's Final Fantasy references.
The Indimon is what I use to defeat the one. Ultros. That's yeah, sure. And if I'm not mistaken, you can actually make all of these.
Hi, I'm your parole officer.
If you have enough parts and building capacity, then yeah.
The Vega is pretty gnarly looking. Doesn't do anything. There's a question mark.
I used the question mark for a while, just because it had like a decent amount of.
I assume it's because it had your name in it.
No.
The Pavilion. The Wubber Ducky. The Cardboard Warrior. Dinosaur. Craft Airplane. The airship. I tried to use the airship because it's fast as hell. Sweet wheels.
Why do they hit so hard, Martin?
All I know is the setup I have now. I have an insane amount of speed, health, and firepower. So why would you use anything else other than for funsies?
I mean, that's kind of what I'd say.
That's
Like,
not,
unless you just want to make a ship for novelty's sake. It's not a lot of reason.
and it's really weird the amount of like there's ships that you have to fucking find, like the blueprint shit. The ships that you get for that aren't even as good as the ships you get for the ships you get for beating the Zeitgeist. So that's what I want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all know what a Zeitgeist is. Zeitgeist is. Look it up. Or don't. I don't care what you do with your life.
Come on! Demons and escaped prisoners on the loose and you're arresting protesters?
I got XP for that, but the thing is I can't necessarily see how much money I have without landing. No, I can. And that did get me money.
I'm gonna tell everybody. Can't leave Yuri hanging. She needs my help.
You keep saying that.
Who?
Spider-Man.
Saying what?
Can't leave Yuri hanging.
You can't leave Yuri hanging?
Yeah.
Are they trying to lynch her? Is she you ever plugged in your controller to charge and it gives you the question mark?
It did once. But I think it was more to do with the cord.
What are you trying to say?
That my cord was faulty. What else would I be trying to say?
Well, I came in here and barely started shooting and got to B rank that fast. Wow.
All units, officers needed to neutralize the riot. Reported location is near the Tanner district.
Well, well, I've already hurt myself. So I'm not gonna get the extra experience. Although I can't use the experience, so I'm leveled out. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't have more trophies that revolved around the gummy ship stuff.
I am too, because they had a lot of trophies for that in the other games, and I guess it's probably because people complained about them. People didn't like the gummy ship missions.
I can see why.
I mean, I think this is the best the gummy ship missions have been since they've been introduced.
You're probably right. I mean, I don't have anything to compare them to, so I do find them rather exuberating. Yeah, smashing.
Hey Pete, this lab monitors the health of marine life, and we've got a bunch of medicine on site if you need it.
Smashing.
The effects these diseases have,
Smashing.
they are
I saw this,
creatures should go through.
What about
what
dead
is it
creatures?
Like
Can
there's
the
a
dead creatures go through
infection
it?
in the fish. I better take care of it
What?
before the food supply's contaminated.
Harry just said that
An
these
antibacterial
diseases aren't
spray in the
anything
lab
that
that
any
should
living
heal the
creature should
fish.
have to go through.
I just need to spray it over the water. And fast,
Dead things can't go
or
through
I'll start
things
getting
except wood chippers and
First step.
I mean, they can go through a
cremation
lot of
things.
things. A lot of things happen to dead bodies just because they aren't around to,
Gotta get him out of the water.
like, consciously deal with it doesn't mean that they aren't dealing
Yeah,
with it.
the body doesn't exist. It is just a construct of the mind.
Friendly neighborhood garbage man.
In reality, it's just a weird person hanging around, flipping things through.
Look, if you want to get into that, time is just a construct of human perception.
These barrels are smarter
No,
than
time
some
is
guys I
real.
usually fight.
How we perceive it is a construct.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that...
Because to some people, like 30 seconds is too long. Like some people think life is too long, and I feel like those people aren't necessarily wrong. I'm pretty sure life is quite too long for some folks.
What is a good average life that you think is good?
For me, like I think
No, for
100 years
everybody.
on planet Earth. For everybody, like for the average person, I'd say probably like 80 years.
Perfect spot to
I think
spray.
80 years is probably as long as the average person needs to live. Because I'm averaging like people who want to live really long lives, people who commit suicide like in their 20s and teens.
The water
Those
currents make
motherfuckers
it
don't want to live at all. Don't want to live whatsoever. So I'd say about 80 years. And I feel like to some people they'd be like, oh my gosh, I wouldn't even know what to do if I was 80. You poop yourself. I don't know, it depends. Some people be in their hundreds and be kicking it. So by all means, like you ain't gotta, just because you're old doesn't mean that you're out here, you know, eating pudding and living in an old folks home. I mean, although it's probably not a bad way to go about your day.
There's another area I need to hit.
Old folks homes is just like high school for old folks.
Definitely the source of
Because I mean, there's
bacteria.
gossip, there's drugs, there's probably sex, there's probably more drugs.
You don't shoot at me.
They're probably getting up to shit they ain't supposed to be getting into.
The downside
I mean,
is,
I'm sure there's a
these
lot of
barrels
all
appreciate
of that.
my quips.
A lot of what?
All the things you mentioned.
Yeah. Like I'd be hard pressed to believe that there wasn't. Like very, very hard pressed to believe that there wasn't like an intense amount, like an unsettling amount of like butt touchery, like, skullduggery, if you will. Skullduggery, that's a good word, Mark.
This is good for you.
That was the name of a villain in fucking Ultimate Muscle.
This is why I never had an
Skullduggery.
Yeah.
What's his first name Skull and his last name Duggery?
That was just like one
Water
word.
polluter.
Okay, it's just the word skullduggery. So you can't have a certain number of these things.
Okay, time to find a spot to scan my finny friend.
So 99 of each part is all you can have.
It would appear so.
So if you have, so it's not a matter of like you have this part so you can use it indefinitely because you have a copy of it. No, it's you have to have the certain number of parts to do the thing. That's interesting and relatively silly.
Clean. Well, by the standards of the docks. We stopped an outbreak before it started. It'll be tough for Oscorp to argue this station isn't pulling its weight.
You know, to be fair,
Or
none of these
unfair.
stations are pulling their weight.
None of them are
Spider-Man,
doing anything, so
yeah,
of course
Spider-Man's
not.
the one doing it, so technically you're helping Harry commit fraud.
Well, the thing is, none of them were active. Spidey just like, set them to do their job because they weren't active. So technically he's right, you're right, but you're wrong. Now if Spider-Man has to make sure they do their thing like every other day, then yeah, they don't work. Like they need to go back to the drawing board.
This is Stable Control. Need an update on the situation in Hell's Stack.
But when you get to most of them, they hadn't been opened or they hadn't been activated.
Highly kinetic.
Oh,
Don't give up on New York, Spidey. We won't give up on you.
we might. It depends on the situation.
Those Sable guys are way too rough. Maybe I should... Guys!
Those Sable guys are way too rough.
Not my thug in New York!
I'm surprised. Like it kind of sucks. There's no new game plus of Kingdom Hearts. Cause I wouldn't mind going through the story again with all my abilities and just demolish everything in my way.
I know, right?
Would you not want to do that?
Yeah, of course I do. Don't let
I mean,
him
by all means, I don't want to have to get all the chests and emblems again. Like, but I would like to just be able to play through the story one more time with all my current abilities. I have a save file from about 50 hours in.
Was it when you made
Like
it
right around the time.
you just made it because...
It was when I thought that the game had glitched out on that trophy. And I made a secondary file and played from there. So by all means, like I just have a secondary save file to go back and do the things. Which none of them would be fun, to be honest with you. Because the amount of grinding I had to do was a lot. But it's only because like I'd say what was certain like was it Sinister Shards? No, the Sinister Shards, the only way you can get those, or the Sinister Crystals or Sinister Gems, the only thing that drops those are the Unversed. And the only place you can fight Unversed is in Monstropolis. And the only thing that was dropping the thing I needed was
the really big guys.
No, there was the horned turtle thing, and there's only one. There is only one. There's only one in the entire like post game affair, a post like level affair. So, but luckily there's a save point right outside that room. So all I did was just go save, leave, come back, and I just did. And I think it takes about you'll usually get the drop you need within three or four visits. But then there's the what are those things like the ice wavering things that you fight in Arendelle? Yeah. You only get, I think you have to make, and there's 3 of them available at any given moment. Let's see, yeah. There's 3 of them available at any given moment. And I think it takes about 3 or 4 pass-throughs, killing all 3 to possibly get the drop you need to synthesize everything you need to synthesize.
much to hope this will teach Sable to focus on actual criminals instead of me? Yeah, too much.
If you hear me before you see me, I got King Kong in the trunk. King Kong, King Kong.
It says that I'm earning skill points, but I have nothing to put the skill points into.
Nothing to put them into, or nothing you want to put them into?
No, just nothing to put them into.
You might not have all the skills unlocked, but most likely you have all the skills unlocked.
I'm making all the gadgets right now, just because I can.
Trophy-wise, buy all the suits before you buy all the gadgets.
Okay.
Because I made that mistake. And the only thing is you're not really going to have a problem because you're going to have the DLC. The DLC rectified that problem for me. But that is a big faux pas because it takes challenge tokens to get all the suits and all the gadgets. And I don't think there's a trophy for unlocking all the gadgets. Or for upgrading all the gadgets. If I'm not mistaken, there is no trophy for that. Hey, yo, this beat is bananas.
I've unlocked all the suits except for the one that's locked.
Yeah, but you might still have to pay for it. I say trust me, but you don't have to.
Should I unlock the suit mods too, or does that matter?
If they don't require, I say unlock whatever you feel like as long as it doesn't require challenge tokens. Because those are, again, like you might be, you're a masochist.
I mean, I still have 12 challenge tokens even without, even after unlocking everything.
Yeah, I know, but it takes I think like the suits take several.
That's what I'm saying. I have them all unlocked, except for one.
All the suits. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Measure out your shit. Depending on how much it might cost. I don't know what suits you have unlocked, or what the ones you don't have unlocked. The one you don't have. But I don't want you to go through just unlocking all the gadget upgrades all willy-nilly, and then you need a couple more. You know what I'm talking? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, be cautious, goddammit. Do what you want to do, but if you mess it up, you can't say I didn't warn you.
I understand.
I don't seem like it.
The only thing I'm out of at the moment is base tokens.
And you get those just from completing the bases. You only get them once, though. I don't think you get any more if you go back and do it again. He's beaten. He's already dead. I wonder how long they took. But I think that was most likely less than 15 minutes. to go around the entire pyramid, like to do all 6 of those, I think took me less time than it did beating the one without the golden chip, the golden gummy. It's freaking good. Yeah, beating the short guys is definitely worth the frustration and anxiety that it'll cause trying to defeat it just for this ship to make life a lot less terrible.
Yeah. Because once you get that ship, it's all cakewalk.
It's a super cakewalk. I think the only thing that's hard even after this ship is getting an A rank on the short guys. Or the Schweik guys, or whatever it's called. Because that's a matter of cheesing the game a little bit, understanding how the mechanics work. Well, shoot, I was only doing all of this just to get money, so I could get the rest of the ship ports that you were doing. Fuck, am I get? Shit, ultimately the game's done. That's it. There's nothing for me to do, 100%. Because I'm not really gonna make new gun ships. Like, I'm probably not.
Again, it just kind of makes me sad because it was like such a long wait and it's already over. Which is my fault for powering through it.
Yeah, we didn't really power through it though.
Like, we did a world a night, just about.
Yeah. Because I will say, like, the only thing I didn't do, we played it consistently. I took a break. Like, I didn't play it over the weekend. Like, I didn't play it Saturday or Sunday. Well, I didn't play it this past Saturday or Sunday. But yeah, that's everything. It's technically, I would say, probably not 100% completed. I guess to truly. I think the only thing that I think they will want you to do to 100% complete it is maybe get 99 of every possible thing, just to max all the counters out at 99. Which there's no need for that.
This station analyzes thunderstorms and acts as a failsafe for the others. Now, they're all susceptible to lightning strikes, which would erase their data banks. If they're in danger, they'll automatically transfer their data to Oscorp's servers. Just make sure it works, okay, pal?
There's a storm threatening now, and the automatic transfer isn't working.
How
oh
convenient.
Yeah,
No time to write code.
I got almost no
I
money.
have to manually link the research station data hubs. Then I need to go to the top of the Oscorp building and align their receivers. The first data hub's right over my head. Okay, my lenses should show the other hubs in red. Got it. Now to make more links in the chain.
The ones can do amazing things with their hair.
It's getting bad out here.
Yeah, weirdly enough, I was able to figure out exactly which of Sora's comrades I hadn't taken pictures of relatively easily. It was Rapunzel, or whatever her name is, Rapunzel, Donald, and Baymax. Like when I had gotten down to the last 3, those are the 3 I hadn't taken pictures of. Because they count Sully and Mike in one picture, and they'll count Buzz and Woody in one picture.
Got it. Uh-oh. The receiver's energy is giving me a positive charge, which means I'm at a high risk for lightning strikes. My charge is increasing. I gotta move faster, I'll get zapped.
I don't think eels would be swimming in this fresh water.
I forget which one it was. I think it was Baymax and somebody else, because I took a picture of Baymax, but I didn't take a picture of Baymax while he was in his battle suit.
Neither did I.
Because when I took the picture of Baymax out of his battle suit, he didn't count for some reason for me.
No, it counted for me. But I went to the.
Well, to be more specific, I took picture of like the whole group together.
Oh, okay. Well, I took a picture of Baymax out of the battlefield. And I think that's what they want. I think they want just those characters.
I couldn't tell you who the other one is at this point, but there was someone else.
Was it Flynn?
No, because I had Rapunzel and Flynn, aka Eugene.
Was it Donald?
No, it wasn't Donald or Goofy. It wasn't Jack.
I'm about to say, was it Cam Wack?
One more down. Can't stop the celebration.
I will say it took several hours to get all that money back after when it all on TV.
But yeah, I understand that what I play Kingdom Hearts for and what other people play Kingdom Hearts for isn't necessarily the same thing. But it did kind of disappoint me that there wasn't like some sort of like really hard challenge at the end. Like there wasn't like a secret boss that like made you have to fight him like 30,000 times.
I gotta say, I'm glad they disappointed you. Things like that have a place, and I feel like those places are bullet hells and the Dark Souls. A game with a very specific story shouldn't have anything that gets in the way of the story.
I mean, that's the thing about the secret bosses, they're outside the story.
Man, then there's trophies, and I didn't want to do all that trophies.
I'm just saying, I enjoyed like the like, because in Kingdom Hearts 2 there was like the organization members that were like really souped up, and that was a fun fight, like learning the mechanics of each of the organization members and them just being ultra hard was fun to work through because they were hard, yeah, but they all had like a basic mechanic that you could learn. Except Roxas. Roxas was a dick. Roxas's mechanic was just that he was good. You have to be better.
It's like the whole city's one giant.
Well, I've always thought about that, and I've just never. There's never been a game for me where when I beat a really difficult section, I had like this like sense of like, fuck yeah, I did that. I've never had that in a game, because whenever I got to something really hard, mind you, that's like when it comes down to combat.
I'm getting pretty good at this.
Like when it came to Mario Odyssey, the end of that, like the giant freaking do this in one go obstacle course. When I beat that, no, I felt great when I beat that, because that was a matter of if I do this wrong, I'm fucking it up. There is no, well, you know, this character has this thing that stops you from doing this thing. And that's how come I don't care for like crazy hard boss fights, because it can easily be poorly balanced out and poorly just completely fucking one-sided. And I'm never gonna be a fan of that. But when you have really tight controls, I mean, the controls are fucking good. And it's just a matter of learning how to utilize those controls.
If I slow down, I'll be extra crispy.
And when I say learning how to use them, when the controls are good, it almost becomes second nature. Especially like in Mario Odyssey, where there's so few things to do. Like that's how come I didn't care for Mario Odyssey before Mario Sunshine. I didn't feel like the things in that game, in those games, were really well put together, because the controls were jank. And I do mean the controls in those games were jank. I accept that there are people who are like, oh, the Sunshine is so fun, it's so different. I'm like, yeah, we're getting fucking ass. Getting fucking ass is different, but it ain't something I want to have to go through because of the challenge. I don't want to do that.
I mean, because that's the thing. I won't defend Sunshine's controls or anything, but I do like the game because of how quirky it is compared to the other Mario games, like story-wise, anyway.
I can't say that I don't lie. Like you say quirky, I feel like it's another way to. I'm calling it that shit because the story from Mario Sunshine is that shit. It gets weirder as it goes on, and it never gets good, but it continues to get weird. Oh yeah, I'm probably just not gonna do this. There is no like easy way to farm for money in this game. It just really isn't.
I mean, there might be. I just haven't looked it up. So.
And I'm probably not gonna look it up. Cause I'm feeling like even doing battle gates, I think get you stuff, get you materials. But yeah, I'm genuinely surprised I was able to do this. I am genuinely surprised I was able to platinum this game.
And the spider spins a data web. All the research data is going to Oscorp's servers. Harry's work is safe.
I didn't think I would be able to. Because once I came across the flans, I was like, oh yeah, this is not happening. I was like, this is not happening. That was genuinely my first love. So, yeah, man. No.
Sure. I've already got plenty of the other kind.
I just posted a new article. Oscorp announced Harry's research stations are providing valuable data, so they're fully funding them.
You're kidding. That's great. I just wish we could tell Harry.
He hasn't returned my calls, which is weird. I know how important this is to him.
His mom would be so proud. You really stepped up for her.
You helped a little yourself, Tiger. You're a good friend.
So are you, MJ. And wherever Harry is, he knows that. Can't wait to read the article.
Well, I finally finished all the science stations. Which I'd like to say, the weird thing about that is that when I was last playing, some of the science stations just weren't showing up for me.
I think I remember you saying such a thing.
But now that I came back, like, they're there, so I did them, and all is well.
All units, we have officers pinned down by snipers. Reported location is near the theater district.
So what exactly is in your to-do list at this point?
What do you mean?
Like, as far as, like...
Game-wise?
Yeah.
I have to finish Spider-Man again. For the last 2 trophies in the New Game Plus. That's literally it. I just need to finish the game again. Which I will tell you is not necessarily easy, just not as hard. Because I'm playing it on Ultimate mode.
Is there a trophy for beating it again?
Yes, I literally just said for the last 2 trophies.
I didn't know if you meant like there was actually a trophy for it, or if that you were trying to get a trophy that is actually requiring you to have to play it again because you need enemies to kill or something.
No, because there's a trophy for it. Something I have told you on several occasions. There's only 2 trophies there is in the New Game Plus. It is play the New Game Plus all the way to the end, and play the game on Ultimate mode. So I'm trying to get 2 birds with 1 stone by finishing the game again in Ultimate mode, which in New Game Plus is kind of like, I guess, playing it in hard mode. Guys hit real hard.
It's less painful this way.
Lord, have the mercies. They hit hard. But there's a lot of stuff I understand. Like, I understand how to fight better. I haven't gotten super far. I think I'm past the first act. And I don't have to do all the other stuff, but I kind of can't help it. Like, I've collected all the pigeons again. I've, photographed all the landmarks. I picked up all the backpacks. I'm stopping as many crimes as I can before I get annoyed and just say, fuck this. I'm doing side missions and shit like that. Because they just want you to finish the game. They do not care. They don't need you to 100% it. just finish it. So I don't have to do Taskmaster bullshit. I can just pick and choose what I want to do. Like I said, the DLC, either start it all after you start the New Game Plus, or do all the DLC and then start New Game Plus. Because that save that it carries over and they don't interlock. So what you do in one save file doesn't get carried over to the other, which is what it should do. And I am trying to go out of my way to get all the milestones. But they're not called milestones, they're called benchmarks. Just because. And I don't have many left. And as far as numbers of benchmarks, well, there's a whole shit I have to do in the benchmarks.
I'm starting to play a little better now that I remember how to actually play the game.
City just got a tiny bit safer. Nice job, Lee.
All units, officers needed to neutralize the riot. Additional officers needed in Times Square. Over.
When you finish the crime section of like what it wants you to do crimes still show up?
Do you really want to know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just asking.
At the end of the game.
Okay.
Like when the game is over, yeah. How long ago was this? This is back in October? October 10th, yeah, I haven't leveled up since October 10th. Well, since October. Oh, that sucks. I was 1% of level 24 on October 10th. I am 77% through 24 now.
I cannot see anything.
Lego Star Wars fighting the shit out of that. Fucking Lego Jurassic World, man.
That game just really left a sour taste in my mouth, huh?
No, it didn't. What happened was... So it took me 6 days. Yeah, it took me 6 days to 100% Lego Star Wars. 6 days.
All units
And that's with all the DLC and everything.
officers are under fire. Additional
6
officers
days.
needed in Times Square. Over.
Last thing, I'm starting to think you guys don't like Rikers much.
You know, I still haven't platinum Lego the Hobbit because I just have a trophy where I need someone to play a level with me, and I just keep forgetting that it's a thing that I need to do.
Don't you guys watch horror movies? It's kind of sweet how they tried to save... I mean, not so sweet I will punch them, but...
So how long ago was this? Was this a year ago? Ooh. August 4th, 2018. I was at level 23, 24%, with 4,609 trophies. It is February the 12th, 2019. And I currently have 5,086 trophies.
Yuri, a group of escaped inmates looks like they've gotten their hands on some serious firepower.
Last thing we need right now is a massive shootout on a residential street. Is this something you can handle quietly?
Quietly might be pushing it, but I can do it without a massive shootout. There might be a bunch of webs around, though.
I'll take it. Good luck.
Knocked off and this Borderlands a pre-sequel. That was a kick in the dick. That game was a kick in the dick. Specifically the Claptrap, the Claptastic Adventure. Claptastic Adventure. That was a kick in the dick.
Pick up the pace, he's winning. He just shot that guy to death.
That happens a lot in that game, and they never seem to really want to talk about it.
I'd say not. I mean, I find it disturbing that Spider-Man doesn't have any kind of commentary for when that happens. Because he has a lot to say about a lot of the things they do. But not that thing.
Guys who just got out of the raft, they sure are eager to go back.
This is quite literally pictures of. Oh, hello.
What? Is it what I think it is?
No.
Okay.
Stop bringing it up, by the way.
No, I was talking about the pictures from Borderlands.
No. There's this the Will Smith Instagram page and apparently somebody sent a message saying, "Well, hey, can y'all just post some sexy pictures of Will, please?" And so like it's 10 posts, and like the next 8 pictures, the next 8 pictures are just pictures from Will in like different movies, or just him, like looking very suave and debonair. And then the very last picture is of Jada Pinkett, like looking very stern, and it's like, oh, right, whoops.
I would have found it funny if they posted a picture of Will and what the fuck was it? That movie where he had like a food allergy.
Oh fuck yeah, that was it. Yeah. He ate the oh my god, that was gross. People having food allergies is definitely.
I don't know how I'd live if I had a like food allergy. Like, oh, I died. I was trying to do things.
So you wouldn't live, is what you're getting at.
But
like a food allergy that did that, or just one specific?
Like, cause the most common ones, it's like peanut butter and shellfish, and like, I think about like how much I love shellfish and peanut butter, and I don't want to live that life.
There was this post of this some of those people talking about. There was this. Try to end it. Alright. There was this post talking about this kid that they went to school with who had a severe peanut allergy, and then one day at lunch, he kind of had enough and was like, "Screw it," and he got a Reese's peanut butter cup and he ate it, and then immediately stabbed himself in the leg with his EpiPen. And he did it just to know what it was all about. Just to know. I don't even know if it's a true story, but I want to believe it's true. I believe in the story. Whether it's true or not, I believe.
Well, the real question is, was it worth it?
Huh? Oh, it had. First off, yes. Like, I don't have a peanut allergy, and I love peanut butter, so I'm gonna tell you now that yes, it was worth it. Because he had the EpiPen on him, and yeah, he was still sick, even though he used the EpiPen, but he didn't die. And I do find it crazy how you can be allergic to something, a bee thing, like you're allergic to a bee, like yes, a bee thing, but you can be allergic to, like, and you'll live maybe. In most cases you live, it's just you won't feel good. You'll be really, really not okay. But if you have a peanut allergy, it can murder you. Like, without question, it will kill you. And I just find that crazy. There are people out there that I did. I do hate that sometimes you really turned around in Kingdom Hearts. I get turned around in Kingdom Hearts. I get really turned around. Also, even for anybody who hasn't finished it, if you don't want to platinum Kingdom Hearts, it's understandable, to say the very least. It is completely understandable that you do not want to platinum Kingdom Hearts.
I mean, it's understandable if you don't want to platinum any game.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Except for a Telltale game, like, that's just play the game.
It's literally finish it. It's just
if you can't finish the game, I mean, I don't know why you're playing it in the first place.
Unless it's Jurassic Park. If you don't finish Jurassic Park, that's completely justifiable. Because it's not bad, but it's hard.
I'm just not doing very good. I mean, mind you, if I was just here to beat up guys, I wouldn't be doing so bad. But the fact that I have to do these other things that they want me to do is the issue. Like dodges, that's not so bad. It's just having to consciously perform finishers. Because
Oh yeah,
normally,
well, there's not a trophy for it, but there is something in game for doing X number of finishers.
because normally I'm using my focus stuff to refill my health.
Yeah, that's like there's the one the battle focus ability. Here's the best to use is the best suit ability to use.
Spider-Man, I'm getting reports of shots fired.
I can confirm that. They're not hitting anyone, though.
Try to keep it that way.
Since I'm the only one they're aiming at, I am totally on board with that.
Yeah, you get very little money for your effort. And I do mean very little money for your effort.
Okay, rocket launcher guy, you gotta go. Like now.
I want to say, like, the only thing I think they should have included was an endless battle program that you could load up.
Criminals have more loyal friends than me.
Like an endless version of something. Like an endless, like for the gummy ship, there should be an endless, thing where you can just shoot, where you can just basically, you know, fight waves of enemies until you die.
Yeah.
And for the combat, there should totally be a thing where you can just fight enemy after enemy until you die. But I always like the idea of that. But then I realized that trophies are a thing, and then they probably like add a trophy to some shit like that. It's like, that's how you ruin it. Especially for at least for people like me. There, I'm gonna try to do it. With that being said, I had forgot that Smash actually had stuff in it. Like I did. I forgot Smash Bros had like things to do.
The trophy, like it's not trophies anymore. It's
the challenges.
Yeah.
I forgot it. I forgot it had the challenges, but I had completely forgotten about the I had forgotten about the single player, like the classic one. I forgot all about that. I forgot about the Smash Mob where you have to fight, you know, X number of enemies, blah, blah, blah. I forgot all about it. So yesterday, that's what I decided to do, is I was just kind of messing around with the game, and I decided to play and start like working on the challenges. And I've cleared out one set of challenges, like I've gotten them all for one set. I forget which set it was. But for one set of challenges, I got them all. And for the Smash challenges, I got all but one. And the one I can't get, but I probably could get, but I'm not gonna try, is they want you to face off against 3 level 9 enemies. The match has to be 3 minutes long, and they want you to get 3 meteor KOs. They want you to get 3 meteor KOs within the 3 minutes. And to that, I'm just like, no. Like, it's probably something I can pull off. Like, it probably is. It's probably something I can pull off. Because you don't even have to win the match. You just have to get the 3 kills in meteor form.
Captain,
but I just I don't want to mark. Like I really don't.
No way we could have
the only other hard ones I would say that I had to get in there is they want you to, what was it? They want you to face a level 9 opponent and beat it in 3 minutes, like fight him in a 3-minute fight, and win with at least by at least 3 points. Meaning you have to get at least 2 KOs and not let them KO you once. Hello?
Mm-hmm.
It's not as easy as it sounds.
I'd imagine that.
So to tell you how I got it, I used Donkey Kong and I just fought. At first I tried to fight Yoshi. I fought Yoshi like 3 times and Yoshi kept putting up a fight. And I was just like, who is the weakest person I can give these donkey hands to? And the answer is Ice Climbers apparently. But they just couldn't do it. They could not beat me. They want you to do a 32 participant tournament, and they want 32 participant tournament, and the winner has to be a human player. They want you to fight with all 8 people on stage at once. They want you to get over 76,000 points with Pac-Man's Final Smash. Combine those two. That's the only way to get that. And the best way to do it is turn Smash Ball on and turn Final Smash meter on. So you're guaranteed to get your Final Smash. And that's how I got that. There is a thing for getting a KO with Robin's flurry attack, which is just tapping A. I looked this up online, and people were having a really hard time doing it. Some people say, like, for it to actually kill, the opponent's damage has to be over 250, I think, which is a bit much. Some people say go to the Great Cave Offensive, and all of that sounds cool, but here's how I did it. 5 life match, or 3 life match, however you want. I suggest about somewhere between 5 and 10. You know, you're gonna need a lot of room for. You're gonna need wiggle room here. Go into the settings and change the damage ratio to 2.0. Makes people really easy to launch, and therefore, it doesn't. And from what I can tell, it doesn't have to be just the slight, just the flurry attack. If it's the explosion version of it, I think that still counts, because I didn't think I got it done, but I got the I got it to unlock afterward anyway. Good mother juice.
And how do you feel about all that?
I don't like the fact that they won't let me break the meteor smash one. They won't let me break it. I'm curious as to what it contains, but they won't let me break it. Clearing 9.9 intensity is going to be a problem. Not because it's hard, but because the game is really picky about how they let you, like, go up in intensity. One last night that really gave me trouble in the games and more section is complete Century Smash. That's going to Mob Smash and then go to Century, where you have to beat 100 enemies. Most of them really, all of them really easy much. But you have to do it as 10, and you can only use special moves. It is voided if you use like your Tatsumaki to hit the power block and somebody gets KO'd. I will say the Shoryuken does an incredible amount of damage. Like, it's almost an instant KO, especially if you're getting them grouped up. Yeah, one Tatsumaki can clear out like 4 people at once. Not Tatsumaki, but Shoryuken can clear out at least 4 people at once. And then there's the Tatsumaki does work for like clearing like the bottom half of the stage, at the flat part of the stage. And it will KO people. It's just kind of iffy when it will. I've actually run out of coins on several occasions. I am doing my best to get, because I had honestly all the other stuff. Like, I forgot that you can make Mii fighters. I hadn't done that.
Applying it to anyone with nice cars or jewelry.
Which just makes them criminals. Treat them like it.
The only thing is, like, it doesn't let you transfer. It lets you transfer Wii Fighters via an amiibo. So, like, if you have one, like, we can't just send our Miis anymore. Like, it just doesn't connect to the 3DS and blah, blah, blah. Which I think sucks. Because you have to make the Miis in your settings as opposed to it just being a Mii maker. And, like, there's no QR code or anything you can use to copy someone's Mii, which I really would prefer. Like, because on the Wii U version, I had so many of my friends that I could beat up in a fight.
Did this please you?
It did. Especially when doing things like Century Smash and just kind of seeing my friends, like, and me in some situations fall into the stage and I just get to launch you off the stage just on my class. I don't like that.
You asked for it. I should have recorded this.
Oh, shit.
Oh, hey, reinforcement guys. I just talked to your boss. She said you could take the rest of the day off. I swear.
Oh my gosh. Why are they so persistent in killing me?
They're just alive.
I mean, that's
Kidnap the Spider-Man, throw him in a box, bury him for 90 years and see if he pops. I think it's talks, actually.
It is talks.
Okay. Talk about what?
Oh, what he knows.
What does he? What do y'all? What does he know that you need to know?
Good news.
We don't know. We just know that we want to know what he knows. Information is always valuable.
That's a lie. That's a goddamn lie. I want justice. Fuck you, you black motherfucker.
They don't care if we do.
I was gonna take him down anyway, but this makes it more fun. Thanks. Like fish in a barrel.
Have you tried the Devil May Cry demo yet, by the way?
I forgot about it.
So out of curiosity, if you were told someone was gonna take Overwatch and Fortnite and make it into like one game, how would you feel about that?
I don't play either game enough to give a shit.
That's what I'm basically saying, but how would you feel about that situation?
I feel like what they're trying to do is create an active daycare for kids.
Fair enough.
Because at one point Minecraft was kind of that thing. At one point Minecraft was the kids like playing this and it gets them off of Call of Duty for a while, so let them enjoy Minecraft. And apparently a lot of people feel like because of Fortnite, a lot of kids are no longer playing what could essentially be called big boy games. And they like that. Oh, my knees. I don't really have knees.
I mean, at the end of the day, you're still playing a game about killing other people.
Kinda. That's not what I mean though. It is that. But it's mostly just kids playing Fortnite. Let me know if my connection goes. Thank you.
Okay.
But it's mostly still just kids playing Fortnite, and adults, like older people who play things like Modern Warfare or whatever, of kids in the on the servers, you know, being in the way. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay.
Because
when I say in the way,
yes.
I just mean they don't have kids, you know, rage quitting, calling them, you know, using foul language, all that crap.
Mm.
At one point, and hell, if I'm not mistaken, Overwatch was just like Fortnite at one point. All the millennials played Fortnite, and now it seems like it's mostly little small, younger kids playing. Well, no, I meant Overwatch. Millennials played Overwatch because it was a shooter that wasn't like your average shooter. It was really colorful and bright and pretty.
Well, that was educational.
And it had gay characters and all the other fuck shit that millennials like. And then Fortnite comes along and appeals to the quote-unquote more hardcore fan base with, you know, because it's basically the kid version of PUBG.
Mm-hmm.
And kids like it. And so by all means, me, you don't play Craft on my public server. So we have no idea what that's like.
I mean, it's not like I would be opposed to it, but we don't.
No, I mean, but you said that you were not going out of your way to try to play Minecraft, like the mini games on Minecraft.
No, not at all.
You never explained why.
I just don't have any desire to do so.
No, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not disagreeing with that idea. I don't want to play. I am interested in what the mini games are about.
More or less, it's like a lot of. It's kind of like Fortnite, but you know, Minecraft. You get what you can get, and then you make the other players have a bad day.
I don't have that desire. Like, that just doesn't appeal to me as a player.
Like, cause you have to get, like in one game mode, you have to get a shovel and knock the floor out from the other player, or you have to kill them with a bow and arrow. Fly through rings better than the other player. There might be more than that. I don't know.
There's a snowball fight one. I know that. I know there's a snowball fight one. But none of it sounds interesting. Like, none of it, like, hearing what it's about, none of it makes me go, oh, we should totally try it. It's like, I feel like, if we really wanted to do that, we could have done it already. Ow.
My point, though, was that they have made that.
What?
They have made Fortnite and Overwatch mixed together.
What do you mean?
That's what Apex Legends is.
So is it a first-person building shooter? Like, I don't understand. I don't really know what Fortnite is.
I mean, minus the building aspect.
Oh, fuck.
You you basically get to pick, you pick the character you want to be, which they have like abilities and specials, like ultimates, whatever you want to, supers, whatever you want to call them these days. And then you get dropped down into a map with several other teams of players, and you try to get as much. You just pick up whatever guns you can find, and hope for the best, and kill the other players. Whoever's left at the end wins.
That just sounds like Fortnite.
Yeah.
Without the building.
Yeah, but the difference is that
the abilities and stuff is the okay.
They have stylized characters that are actually like named and have like quote unquote personality. Because I stress the personality part, because I mean they have a name and they have an accent. That's about it. They have a quirky robot. They have a Jamaican healer who is Jamaican.
A Jamaican healer?
Yeah.
A Jamaican healer. Jamaican me healthy.
Oh my god.
What?
Anyway, but yeah, I played
you
it.
wasn't thinking it? It'd have to be.
It's also made by EA.
Oh, so it's bad.
I mean, people like it. People are sucking its dick already.
People like everything. You aren't scared to burn in hell. That's what you do.
The best I can give it is that it's better than the other games in its genre for me so far. But I wouldn't go out of my way to play it because, again, I don't like Battle Royale that much.
Oh, so even on at the pause screen, the time keeps going. That's unfair.
What time? On what?
Kingdom Hearts.
This is Control. What's the situation in Bryant? Observation post reporting it. All clear.
I always thought Square Enix was because of the way it's written out. I always thought it was Square Enix.
Yeah, we need to have a talk about
That's fair.
Because it just has like that little weird. I didn't understand what was on. I thought it was Square Enix.
I remember the days where it was Squaresoft.
No, you don't. You don't remember those days.
It's back when they
What
made
days was
Musashi.
it? Brave Move Fencer?
They had the Brave New Fencer Musashi.
That's what you did, Mark. You laughed at that joke.
What do you want me to do to it? Do you want me to fuck it?
Might cry 2 tears in the bucket. Fuck it. Let's take it to the stage. I have games on my PlayStation that I am never gonna play. I haven't finished Destroy All Humans. I want to platinum that, but it looks like there's gonna be a lot of work involved. And you know what the weird thing is? I look at games like Destroy All Humans, I'm like, oh, the platinum is gonna be so hard. I just platinum fucking Kingdom Hearts 3. It's not impossible. I can do it. I just don't want to. That's 3 games on my like in a row, back to back.
I mean, you did platinum that though.
Not that one. The story mode.
Oh.
Tower of Deadly Monsters has a platinum. I've never started Life is Strange. No, we could platinum Little Big Planet 3.
That's fair.
I technically platinum NBA Playgrounds. I have all the trophies. Platinum Pro Skater 5. I want to get all the trophies for Hot Fast. Yeah, he is. I want to try to platinum Rocket League. I want to try to get all the trophies with Disc Jam. I have 1 trophy short of getting all the trophies with Disc Jam.
I can't be bothered. I just, not only is there there's no platinum in it, right?
Disc Jam, no.
Yeah, because not only doesn't it have a platinum, which always deters me, like if the game's not fun, but the game's not fun at all for me. Like I just don't like this jam.
No, it's not that. I tried to enjoy it. I do think it's funny that like if you look at the trophy screenshot, it looks like it's a basketball game. Like if you don't really look at it, like it looks like a basketball game. Um, only thing I have to do is I need to get 50 public match wins. That's the only thing I don't have. It's the only gold trophy. And it's ultra rare. So people didn't fucking play it.
I mean, for me, the only thing I have left in, what is it, Killing Floor is I just need to play the game, and then that's it. That's all.
I can probably do. I can delete Brawlhalla because ain't nobody playing fucking Brawlhalla.
I have Brawlhalla.
Ain't nobody playing it on. Yeah, it's on the Switch for free.
Yeah.
You can get it for free on the Switch. I played it on the Switch back when I didn't have Smash or Mario or Super Mario Odyssey.
I mean, I play Brawlhalla like every once in a while because I feel like over like the course of a few years I might eventually platinum it.
Over the course of a few years, there's no amount of no. I got all the trophies. I'm pretty sure I don't have all the trophies for Battleship, but I do know I have all the trophies for Uno. I do not have all the trophies for Battleship. I don't even know what you have to do in Battleship to get all the trophies. A lot. Play a local versus game. Play 10 games with the military fleet. No, it's play the game.
Which is fair. I mean,
no, there's successfully hit 10 consecutive SIPs coordinates.
Couldn't you just cheese that?
Yeah, me and you could just we could get these trophies by playing. Complete all tutorial and campaign missions. That's an ultra rare trophy. That one I'd have to have, like, but there's no platinum. It's weird, there's no platinum. There's a lot of trophies. Sink a total of 150 ships, that's an ultra rare. Reveal all of your opponent's grid coordinates before winning a versus game. That's ultra rare. Complete all tutorial and campaign missions. Ugh.
Like fish in a barrel.
I just accidentally
I'm not done.
The whole laptop. And by that I mean I accidentally activated my trap card.
I'd like to platinum Fender's getting all the trophies with Kitten Squad, but it doesn't want me to.
I think there's one trophy I haven't gotten in that too.
It's probably rescue at least 100 sheep, because that's the only ultra rare trophy. Punchback and defeat the sheep hunter. Complete 3 bounty quests. Purchase at least one type of every customization. Rescue whales, dolphins, and sea lions from sea land. Look at least 2,000. Loot at least 2,000 kitten coins. Rescue at least 100 sheep. Okay, well.
Are you getting ready?
For what?
Oh, die.
No, I'm trying not to do that, goddamn. Don't be saying that. Don't say that.
That's how I describe going to sleep. It's like
no, dying is too close to me. I don't want to die.
I mean, sleeping is like dying without commitment.
It's not. It's not. People say that because they think it's poetic and elegant. It's not. It's not like dying. Sleeping is not like dying. With that being said, sitting in a chair is like taking a shit, because it's the same fucking thing.
I mean,
it's not.
It's taking a shit without the effort.
It's taking a shit without taking a shit is what it is. Sleeping is dying without the dying.
Have you ever seen the potty putter?
I haven't. What is it? Oh yeah, I have. The little golf thingy on the if you play with on the toilet.
I mean,
I think that is. There are too many phone games out there for that to be necessary.
I mean, my logic behind that was like, for that to exist, someone had to say.
Someone had to be sitting on the toilet for a very long.
It's like I really want to
play golf right now.
Play golf, right? And not even real golf, like fake ass golf. You could just download a golf game for that. I mean, for that
I
situation.
have one on my phone. Like I did as I have one on my phone. Ooh. It's important for you to know that there are so many Mii outfits in Smash Ultimate, and I do mean there are so many.
Are they just like hidden behind stuff?
No, they're in the shop.
Okay. I don't know. I haven't played Smash as much as I need to, because the only reason I want to play Smash is to play it online. There's no, you know.
You can play by yourself.
Yeah.
It's just not good.
It's not as fun. Which disappoints me. I mean, it's kind of the entire reason I bought Smash was to play it online with my friends or competitively, and I can't do that in a way that is fun.
No, it's bad. It's pretty bad. It is pretty bad. Oh, let's see. In classic mode, at Snake Clear, intensity 5. Well, I'm working on games and more. Play All-Star alone and KO an opponent with a meteor smash. As Luigi plays solo, and okay, I'm gonna work on that one. Play All-Star smash as Luigi, and get your booty ready like a motherfucking champion. Booty rider. He's a booty rider. A booty rider. She's a booty rider. Ah, fuck my neck. But I finally bought my damn, my Ethernet cables today. Bought a black one and a blue one. One for the PlayStation, one for my laptop.
Have you hooked them up yet?
I said I bought them.
Oh.
Did you forget we don't have a Walmart?
I don't know. Maybe you found someplace else to buy them. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe the town's not completely devoid of life.
Explain what?
The city's turning into a playground for crazy people. Even more than it used to be.
I still haven't began to play Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Like, it's just been sitting in my system. Which makes me feel bad, because I have Gamefly and I could be getting other games if I wanted to, but I have so many games to beat at the moment that I don't really need to worry about it.
Okay, so that one's done. I just gotta freaking complete it. I don't know how far you have to go here.
What was the last game you played on your Vita?
The last thing I played on my Vita that I tried to... God of War. Tried to platinum God of War 2. God of War 1. And, nope. I can't platinum God of War 1 and I can't platinum God of War 2 simply because they're stupid. The extra stuff is where it falls apart for me. Oh yeah, the one that kind of had me irked today was they wanted you to play Century Smash as Wolf.
Gross.
They wanted you to play Century Smash as Wolf and beat it within 5 minutes. Dude, I just can't with Wolf. Why is Bowser? Oh, everybody's dark. Like everybody has like a shadow filter over them.
Well, that in the web swing.
The guy's dang Piranha Plant.
You have problems with the Piranha Plant?
It's better than it needs to be. Yeah, I jumped into it. A new record!
Ground teams, report on the situation.
Okay, so what's this one? Play All-Star Smash alone and KO an opponent with a Meteor Smash.
Maybe I can
Okay.
dismantle this outpost before... Oh,
I don't
God.
necessarily think that'll be a
Really starting to hurt
doable
those
task. But if I do it, it'll have to be with Donkey Kong. 'Cause Donkey Kong has a bunch of freaking Meteor Smashes.
Oh my god, I don't know what to do.
Let's kick it up a notch.
You fight harder. Ow! You fight harder than you ever fought before. Fight harder than you've ever fought before.
Well, if your answer was lay on the ground in the red light and die, that's the one I went with. Just the...
Lay on the ground at a red light and die?
Yeah. That is the thing I chose to do.
I feel like that should count as a meteor. Does it not count as a meteor if you don't like send them flying downward? You don't know. I know you don't know. I'm not asking you for information. I'm really just asking you to. I'm putting the thought out there in the world. I'm gonna find out when this is over with. Sock and boppers, more fun than a pillow fuck.
Strong-arming civilians.
I don't know about that.
It depends on how you.
We need to have a chat about your definition of security.
We need to have a chat about your definition of security.
Sable reinforcements? Why don't I have reinforcements?
Okay, y'all need to stop with these guns on your goddamn trucks.
Because I'm not a fan, to say the least. Information that you might not need to have about Smash. You can catch Simon's holy water.
And throw it back.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, yeah, once you caught it, of course.
Oh, and maybe you just gently put it on the ground.
Like, with that being said, no, Ken, like, no, Ryu was in the first Street Fighter, whereas Ken was in Street Fighter 2.
Shoryuken.
Surya!
Shoryuken.
Surya!
Stolen vehicles are causing a major disturbance.
Oh, he killed me. Nope, maybe not. Oh! Let me kill Mega Man. That's all I ask.
Megan Man? The man who is Megan?
No, me gay man.
Me, gay man. I love that. More than you ever know.
Rikers inmates are like taxis. You can't find them when you're looking, and when you're not, they're everywhere.
I applaud.
Come on, no! That was it. I rolled over into it. I got 23.
Keep coming at me.
I think this is proof they weren't ready
Did it
for
count?
civilian
I
life.
think it counted. Didn't count. It did not count. There we go. Now we're bottom here. For you, no one, two, together, one clap. As we take you through monkey rap. Hey.
So have you come across any of those memes where it's like this song, but every other beat is missing?
Nah. Video memes, I don't really get. I don't really do video memes.
You just do them the picture memes.
Well, I watch. Weirdly enough, I don't look at video memes, but I look at memes of videos. I mean, videos of memes.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it does not count if they don't if you don't spike them down. like in it for a meteor smash.
So they just know that I'm here now.
But I think I can.
The perspective on that's a little weird to me, but okay.
Lost him. Gotta be more careful.
Also, yeah, they do have this thing where you can listen to music with the Wii U with the switches screen off.
Okay, now I'm just showing off.
Where's the butt?
Huh?
I'm
No,
looking for
there's
the
no butt.
Oh, okay.
Well, like the screen is off, but the console isn't off.
I mean, well, you know, that's fair.
So, like, I mean, it's what else could you ask for, honestly? Like when you're listening to like the sound, like go into the sound and like you make a playlist and you just start listening to music. You can press R1 and L1 to R and L together to turn the screen off, and then when you turn it back on, you have to press all 4 face buttons at the same time. Meteor Smashes just haven't, they've never been my thing in Smash Bros.
There's so many things going on all at once. Like there's flying guys that are trying to kill me.
Well, you just go in there and you say, "Flying guys, don't kill me."
That's no good.
Fuck foolish.
So apparently Netflix is wanting to make a TMNT series or movie. I'm not sure which.
Nickelodeon did a deal with TMNT. Nickelodeon did a deal with Netflix, and they're gonna make a Loud House movie and a TMNT, specifically a Rise of the TMNT movie.
I didn't have enough to worry about.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
That's disgusting.
It's alright. Neither of those, I mean, they're not for us, because I don't like Rise of the TMNT. I really don't.
I've not seen it other than the artwork.
It's not good. The first episode is on YouTube, like on their official like YouTube channel. It's not good. Huh?
On TubeU.
Like it's just not. It's okay. It's what Teen Titans Go is. Teen Titans is the best way to put it. Except Teen Titans Go is funny and like well thought out and good.
What makes Rise of the Tim to?
It's just not good. It's just not. Like it's not about being like the art style is weird to say the very least.
I mean, they're also
because it is a 2D show. Huh?
They're also all very different turtles now.
Well, I don't know what that means.
Like they're actually different turtles. They're
like, no, not really.
They are. They're actually different.
That
turtles.
might be some bullshit. That might be some bullshit they try to tell you, but don't be fooled. They're just drawn differently. There's nothing special about any of them.
I mean, like, they're actually different breeds of turtles.
Yeah, I know, but that doesn't mean anything because they don't look different. They don't. Well, I'd say compared to the last series that aired on Nick, they were all shaped exactly the same. Like as of now, but now they're all differently shaped. But they all look like anthropomorphic fucking turtles.
Yeah.
Like that. So like the whole, oh, they're different turtles now. It's like, yeah, you fuck off with that. That's how I feel about that.
I mean, before
So
it
I feel
came
like
out, that's what they said. That like Raph's a
yeah, but it
snapping
doesn't mean
turtle.
anything.
I mean,
Yeah, but it doesn't mean anything.
To who they are, no, it means nothing.
No, it doesn't mean anything in the art direction because you can't see that. So to tell me they are different turtles means nothing because I cannot visually see that there is a difference in the breed. I can only tell that there's a difference in the size. That's it. So when I call bullshit on that, I mean it's lower, but it's not represented in the show.
I mean, I haven't seen the artwork in a while, so I can't argue against it or for it. So. They got their aliens from a weapon ship.
They got their weapons from for this alien, not a ship. I'm sorry, it's honestly more of a.
They got their aliens from a weapon.
No,
ship.
I heard. Yeah, I heard what I said.
Okay.
But they walked into this rift, and they met this. Okay, so Master Splinter used to be Bruce Lee.
Okay.
Who, not Bruce Lee, but like a cross between Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris. Because we find out that that's kind of what it is. Like there are mutants on the planet now, but they're not necessarily mutants, they're more aliens than mutants. So they're going with the whole, you know, let's see.
They're going with the alien thing now? That they are in the aliens?
Because each turtle, after they got their new weapons, they got these weird markings on their skin. So like each turtle has like its color, like slash its arms somewhere or across its way. It looks weird and not in a good way.
Okay. All right.
And apparently we find out that I don't know how to word it, but basically Master Splinter used to be this karate dude who did movies. And something turned him into the thing that he is now. Like, you know, a rat. Because he's a rat.
Alright.
For those who need to know, a meteor smash only counts, especially in like for the game, it only counts if you do it over the edge of the stage. They don't have to go down, but they do have to, like, you have to be over the edge of the stage for it to count as a meteor.
I mean, that's weird.
I'm sure somebody thinks so. I don't.
I mean, for what a meteor does, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, I'm taking what they're giving me, because ultimately I'm looking at it like, as long as I don't have to, like, as long as they don't have to go down, because the going down part was what I was most concerned about. But yeah, as long as you ugh, gross. It's an atrocity. But yeah, they're mutants. They are mutants, I think. I think when we meet them, they hadn't become the TMNT yet. because they end up trying to figure out a name for themselves, and they keep.
The way you're explaining it makes it seem like this is as far like removed from what TMNT is as anything has ever been.
They do the whole thing where they keep almost calling themselves the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but then they don't. April's black.
Well, that's just normal.
And she is either in school or just graduated high school, because she has had at least 2 different jobs. She is taking care of a trans-dimensional kitty cat.
I don't know what you're talking about.
When they go through the portal, like when the show starts, they already know April. When the show starts, they already know April. So when they go through I think they already know April, or they meet April the night they get their they get their weapons. And there is this cat that Michelangelo is chasing, and it can blink in and out of existence. So that's why I say it's a trans-dimensional cat.
When I say I don't know what the hell you're talking about, I mean you're just saying these things as if I should just accept it.
Oh, you ain't got a choice. I was looking for you. How'd you get in the trash can? How'd you get in the bottom of the trash can? Like behind, like under the bag. It is weird.
I mean, when I say, like, you say it as if I should accept it, it's like, does the show just expect you to say okay?
Yes. Yeah. And you're gonna say all right, because there aren't a lot of other options. Like, if I'm being completely honest with you, there aren't a lot of options. Because if you're gonna watch the show, you're just accepting it. Splinter is now, I missed that shot. Is an old rat. But not in the good kind of old. Like, he's an old fat rat who sits around all day in like an old tattered, like in his old like ninja robe thing.
Alright.
I'm telling you, this is the show. Oops.
See,
like, this is the show.
When I said like I hadn't seen it, and like I didn't really have any feelings about it beforehand. Now you're giving me feelings about it, and I don't want to have these feelings because they're not positive.
What did I say when this all started? I told you it's not good. It's not good.
It's one of the few cases where I finally understand what it means to be ignorant and blissful.
Nothing like a little healthy competition to maintain a positive work environment.
I know you don't really care for Teen Titans Go, and I've told you on multiple occasions that Teen Titans Go isn't bad. It's just not what you want out of Teen Titans.
Yeah, and I accept that.
Yeah. But it's not a bad show, and that's the problem.
Yeah, like, I never said that it was like bad, as in like. What I mean by what I say that, when I say like it's. How do I put this? The only thing I ever tried to argue is that it is the equivalent of eating a bag of potato chips when you could just eat some carrots.
And I
Like
feel
just
like
because
that's
it's
like
just because it's for kids doesn't mean that just because you know it's good for the kid, like it's cheap and easy to give the kid a bag of chips, you shouldn't just give them the bag of chips.
like you have to understand, like when it comes to me, like I am a firm believer in just because it's a kid show does not mean it should be stupid. I don't think kids shows should be dumb. Like I do not. I don't think kids shows should be stupid because kids aren't necessarily stupid. Kids can completely like understand and respect a well thought out plot line. I believe so. And Teen Titans Go kind of does that. No, why? Why? I didn't. He threw me. He threw you at me.
You say.
Yeah, he threw me. He.
Yeah, I never argued that it was like bad. It's just that I don't like it, and
Why'd you sit this one out?
I don't think that it's like necessarily most thought provoking. Which is okay not to watch. Like, you know, it's okay not to want to eat like fucking tofu all the time. I mean, why would you want to eat tofu all the time? It's kind of weird. Why you would?
It's not very good by itself. It's not. No. I've had like straight up tofu. It's not that good.
Never touches the ground.
But no, it's okay to have a piece of chocolate cake every once in a while.
Yeah, it's like Teen Titans Go is junk food TV, just like Kenan and Kel were. Kenan and Kel was junk food TV. It wasn't thought provoking.
Kenan and Kel was pretty, like it is like super junk food.
Yeah, it is. As an adult watching that fucking show, it gives me agita. It does.
The amount of secondhand embarrassment you get from that show.
Seriously. Which I can't front. Like the cringe in Kenan and Kel is secondhand embarrassment. That's a really good way to put it. That is what it is. It is indeed secondhand embarrassment. Teen Titans Go is again funny. It's not the kind of funny you want it to be because you kind of don't want Teen Titans to be funny. You want Teen Titans to be, you know, adventurous and exciting. But at the same time, this is just kind of what DC does. I don't know how to put it. I like Teen Titans Go. I don't watch it, but when it's on and I do catch it, I'm like, yeah, this is okay. Like there have been episodes of Teen Titans Go. I was like, this is weird. Like the episode where Robin gets addicted to avocados and becomes an avocado monster. It doesn't hurt me to say like, yeah, that's funny. It's not funny because it's well thought out and like properly written. It's funny because it's stupid.
Which I mean, we went into this conversation before about how I like my TV shows to be bipolar. So, and by that I mean I want like.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I mean I understand that, and I feel like, well, they're stupid. I don't disagree. I do feel like a good TV show should indeed. It should be thought provoking, and at the same time, it should be just a show. Like if it's gonna be a comedy, that like Family Matters. Family Matters is a funny show. Like the whole point of the show is it's funny. That's the premise of the show. It's a sitcom. But the thing about a sitcom is, I mean, technically The Simpsons are a sitcom. You know, it's just an animated sitcom. Same with King of the Hill. It was funny, but it also had like its dour moments, and I really feel like yeah, every show, even kids shows should have those, like those real life moments where it's like, well, this is sad and depressing. I don't want to watch this sad and depressing show. It's like, but life is sad and depressing sometimes, and sometimes you just need to accept it. And kids might respond better to a sad and depressed concept coming from something that they understand, as opposed to just like, oh hey, here's this old person telling me about how life sucks when you get older.
Like sometimes when a kids show has a character whose voice actor or actor dies, and they just replace them, I find that to be a little insulting sometimes.
Insulting or unsalting?
Yes, unsalting. No, but insulting. When I say that, I mean specifically when they're just that character and the character isn't like exactly like. I guess what I'm getting at is like with a show like
What the heck? What the heck? What is this? Smash Ultimate is weird.
But yeah, if a show like Sesame Street had someone die, and then they were like, "Hey, this is the same guy."
Here's the new Mr. Blue Block. Yeah.
No, it's him. Like, it's just him. It's always been him. Don't you know? But it's clearly a different person. Like, I mean, if they had the same guy,
right.
It's just the same guy, but he is clearly a different actor. Which I'm pretty sure, didn't Sesame Street actually have someone die, and then they actually acknowledged it and... Like,
possibly. It's probably the old black dude. PBS, what the heck is this? What is this? What is happening?
Something that makes you unhappy, I suppose.
No, not unhappy. It's just I don't understand the world around me at this moment. I understand, like, classic mode in Smash Ultimate is weird. Well, you are trying your damnedest to hit me with that, ain't you? I'd much rather use a ticket because I don't have the money. Like, I'm literally saving my money to buy the outfit stuff. I like the Simpsons didn't do that when I think when Miss Krabappel died, when the actress who played Edna, when she passed away, like Edna just died. And I don't know if that was the reason for Maud Flanders' character dying, but when that character died, and that could be why the actor, the person who played Bleeding Gums Mercy, died. It could be, I don't know. But yeah, so is that how you feel about what? Like, that's how you feel like what they did with Teen Titans is like the show was over, but because all the same people are there. I do question, like, how do they feel? Like, how does the dude who plays Robin, how does he feel about the new direction for Teen Titans go? Like, the direction for Teen Titans go. Like, how does Carrie Payton feel about it? Carrie Payton feel about it?
Not to be that guy, but I kind of like the guy who plays Beast Boy.
Yeah,
is kind of an air fucking head. Because the things he says,
he needs to be.
Like the things he says at cons about his character, like he'll just spout out some bullshit about his character when he knows absolutely nothing about Beast Boy, about why his powers work the way they do. Like, because I think someone asked him one time, like, why is Beast Boy green? And he said something about feelings and shit, and that is not the reason, but, I mean, that's cool.
What's the reason, then?
It's something to do with his DNA.
Oh.
Like, the way his DNA works.
Was it a kid who asked or an adult?
It was an adult.
Okay, well, then that's just... They deserved it. I want to say... I can justify what he said no matter what. I say he deserved the answer he got for being a grown person asking that silly-ass question. But for a kid, I feel like that's a really good answer. That's like because Beast Boy is jealous that he can't, you know, blah. I was like, why does Raven float? Because she's cold. What? Don't worry about it. Raven floats because she's a hothead, and hot air balloons float.
Makes
That's
sense,
the
right?
reason.
But I'm pretty sure, like, for most of those people, it is literally just a job for them, so they don't really care. Like, it's not like they think it's, like, bad or anything. They just look at it as we're friends and we get to work together and we're having a good time, so why the fuck should we care?
But keep in mind, like not everybody gets attached to their character. Like, I think, like, Jason David Frank, I've said it 1,000 times, and I'm not going to stop saying it. He's a fucking Power Ranger. In real life, Jason David Frank is a Power Ranger. He's going to be Tommy Oliver until he dies.
I will say, I'm a little annoyed that I'm going to a con in, like, March, I think. And he's going to be there, but the specific part of the con that he's going to be at costs extra. Like, a lot extra.
Well, of course.
Because of course it does. I think it's like $80 or $90 extra.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's kind of ridiculous. I mean, he might be at other like things, but he apparently is like gonna have a specific like thing for him and him alone. They cost a lot. But, in other news involving voice actors,
what the hell?
voice actors / actors, I don't remember that guy's full name. You remember the guy that what's his face was talking about the other night? That's a dick. That's a voice actor.
Yeah.
Well, he's apparently currently under allegations of like sexual misconduct.
Sexual harassment. Yeah, of course. Everybody is.
And a lot of people have pointed out like why this is not true, but there's a lot of people who are just blatantly not listening to
they don't care.
The evidence.
They don't care.
Like there was this dude who like gave like this really lengthy like response and sent it to some people who basically handle whether or not that guy gets fired. And the basic thing that they did was like just posted a picture on Twitter saying that they support and believe survivors of abuse.
Meaning,
I'm gonna believe the person who said that they're, you know, being abused.
So regardless of what the actual facts may say, I'm gonna just roll with this. And I understand why they do that. They need to do that because any situation where they're saying, well, I don't think, well, I'm going to side with the person who's being accused here. When you say that, you're basically saying you don't believe in the victim. And, like, that looks bad on any company. Vic, his name was Vic something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's Vic something. But mind you, the guy in the video who made this video and, like, pointed out all these things never said, hey, I'm right, you're wrong. It's like, just don't cast judgment until, you know, the facts are out there. To which the person who posted the picture was like, I'm not casting judgment. But by saying you're just choosing a side because again, you support survivors of abuse. Like, you're kind of just casting judgment.
Yeah, you're saying that you, in a weird way, yeah, you're simply saying that you believe he did it.
Say goodnight.
Which again, I don't know. I've not looked all that far into it, so I don't know if he is or not. I'm sure he is a dickhead who, like, because the thing is that he just apparently like hugs his fans a lot and like kisses their forehead and shit, and I don't know. I guess that's weird. I just died.
It's abuse if you wanted to. I'll say that.
I mean, I don't know.
But like the question is like, what makes him a dick? Like, what makes him a bad guy?
That is the question. He's just apparently a genuinely rude person. But I wouldn't know. I've never met him.
I was like, your best friend's rude, so. I ain't getting paid. I should say he ain't getting paid.
But it is looking like he's gonna lose his job, which, I mean, he's done a lot of work over the years, so it's kind of sad. But I mean, if it's true, that yeah, then by all means, yeah, he deserves to lose his job. That's fair. But
yeah, I mean, but if it comes down to, hey, the things they're accusing me of, if you're not gonna actually look at the possible evidence.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Just because you don't want to be associated with me because of the possibility, without looking into evidence. Like, I understand it's bad for your company to be like associating with me because I'm under allegations. I understand that. Just don't like automatically decide I'm blacklisted because of allegations, though. Actually look into it first. And
because allegations are literally just words that people throw at you until they find out the truth. Yeah. It's like what Chris
Hardwick.
Kristen said, like when his I forgot his name.
I don't know.
Chris Hardwick, that's his name.
Yeah. Watch the webs.
Kick it up a notch. Like fish in a barrel.
I was like, yeah, just come on up here, dude, because
yeah, it's looking like that dude's gonna lose his job.
I do find it relatively sad, though, that without any kind of like question, people will happily condemn you without finding out if you are guilty of the thing that they're accusing you of, without any like real information. And I feel like that's some really juvenile shit, because that's something you would expect to, you know, have to deal with in high school. It's like, oh, they said she's a whore. Oh, she had sex with this dude because he said she had sex with him, because he said she had sex with him. It's like, but you're asking her and she's saying no. You're just agreeing with the story because it sounds better. It's more entertaining, and the facts are just, you know, facts. Like, you're choosing to ignore that's stupid. I was like, I'm not picking sides. I'm just saying, you can't blah blah a victim. It's like, okay, but if you don't,
because that's the
how
thing
about you don't
pick
pick sides?
You can't like say you don't believe a victim, because then it makes other victims not want to come out because they're just gonna believe that no one's gonna listen to them.
But that's the thing. People should always be aware that might be the case. Like, if it happened to you, and I feel like, yo, if you've been holding on to it for this fucking long, let it go. Like, I know that's a fucked up thing to say, but I think there are things that happen to us as individuals. Like, everybody goes through something rough. Like, if you are, you know, a kid and your father wasn't around as, you know, when you were a child, like, let it go. Like, you're in your 40s and he's, you know, and all this other shit. Let it go. Like, and I'm saying let it go because it's what's healthier for you, because there is no, like, that whole, well, I have closure now. Like, there's no such thing as closure. Like, it's like, especially in situations like this. Like, it's one thing to be, I guess, in a relationship and you're kind of wondering why did this person leave you. You don't really need to wonder. It's because they didn't want to be with you anymore. That's the answer. And if it's like, everything seemed like it was going so, yeah. And then they decided they didn't want to be there no more, so they left. That's how leaving works. You're in a place and then you no longer want to be in that place, so you leave that place. You know, your dad didn't want to be with, you know, he didn't want to be a dad. He stopped being a dad. It's like, let it go. Like, you got molested or whatever. It's like, it's not okay. And by all means, not bringing it up or not, like, trying to get revenge or quote-unquote justice. Because I feel like that's just, justice is just revenge spelled differently. Ultimately. It's like, because, like, they made your life bad, so now you get to make theirs bad. And if it's been 30 plus years, let that shit go. Because there's nothing that they can do. Oh crap. Like, nothing.
I don't know how new these allegations are or anything about it. Like, I just know that they're allegations.
Well, I'm also thinking about, like, the whole Dan Harmon thing.
Yeah.
Because it's not, you know, it's not just, you know, that. It's also the idea that, like, oh, well, he did something that was rude and we didn't like it, so we're firing him. He did it 7 years ago. Yeah, I know, but, you know, he did it online. People can see it. We don't want to be associated with that. Why not? Why don't you want to be associated with it? Dan Harmon made some... Let's say Dan Harmon made some real fucked up jokes a few years ago on Twitter, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's an episode of Rick and Morty where he literally gives God the middle finger and says that there is no God. That's okay. But him making some off-color jokes on Twitter aren't okay. Isn't okay? Like, you have to decide where do your boundaries lie. That's where I'm at. You got to decide, because ultimately, let's say one thing makes you a little less money. And the other thing, and I understand if you don't believe in, you know, God. You have to understand that a lot of people do. One, let's just say you're wrong, and there is, and he is as petty and vengeful as the Bible makes him out to be. He might not be as okay with that joke as you hope he should be. So let's just say, you know what I'm getting at. Like, you totally understand what I'm saying. You don't have to believe in God, but you understand the Bible makes God seem extremely petty. He says that he is jealous.
You don't put anyone in front of him. You don't do.
He does not. He does not. Jesus is cool, but God ain't with the fuck shit. Like, he's not. Like,
because it was Jesus that like died on a cross and said, "Please forgive them, my Father."
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
A lot of people look at the whole, like, well, see, God sent his son to die for us, and I still find that to be questionable, because technically, if that was the case, you know, Jesus wouldn't have had to be like, hey, man, they're stupid. Like, they are stupid. and I feel like that had to be the conversation that Jesus had with God when he went back to heaven. He was like, they're dumb. They are dumb. They are super stupid.
Like, it's not even like you need to punish them for it. It's just, they're just stupid. They don't know any better.
They are really, they're stupid. Huh. Like, they have a hard time believing in things they can see. So it's understandable they don't believe in you.
Who is else? Like, I think, what the fuck is his name?
Awful.
Because now that I need to know his name isn't in my head. It's just gonna be the way it is.
What's he in? Who is he?
Popular black comedian.
Kevin Hart.
There you go.
Wow, that got it. Somehow that got it.
He's apparently under, like, being scrutinized over, like, the old homosexual jokes he used to make.
He didn't even make a...
It's not even homosexual jokes. It's like if my son was like this and that. Yeah. Yeah,
that's why he stepped down from hosting the Oscars. Because he made a joke and they weren't okay with, like... And the sad thing is, like, I'm still... Again, man, if you're bringing up shit from 2002 that I did before you even knew who I was, before I was a household name, before I was a celebrity. You're bringing up stuff I did then just to ruin me. Like, what you're doing at this point is genuinely just petty. Like, you don't care that much. There's no way you care that much. You're literally, like, fine-tooth combing everything I've ever done just to find something to be mad at me about. And, yeah, fine, go ahead. If that's what you want to do. But, like, just keep in mind, like... And then again, I'm a firm believer that people are, like, terrible. I don't believe that people have... I don't believe it's in a human's nature to be, you know, good. I think people are naturally evil. Because at the end of the day, it's about self-preservation. And in some situations, like, I feel like a person would, like, be more inclined to push a baby in front of a freaking train track if it meant saving their own damn life, you know, saving their own ass. Like, and it's not a matter of, like, well, that makes you a bad person. It's kind of like people who can commit suicide, like, they have this thing in them that's a little broken because they're able to hurt themselves, and your body doesn't want you to be able to do that. Like, your body will fight you. So it's like you know, trying to walk on a bad leg. Like, you can't. Like, your body won't let you put that weight on that knee, no matter how much you want to. No matter how much you try, your body says no. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, because you have enough like bite power to bite off your fingers pretty easily if you want, but like your brain stops you.
Yeah, it's gonna be like no. I mean, it's kind of like that. Like, it's kind of like biting through your freaking tongue. It wouldn't be hard to bite through your tongue, but like, even if you were asleep, like, it has to take like some outside force to cause it to happen. Did I ever tell you about the time I almost bit my tongue off?
I don't think so.
It was when we were moving. We were moving to come over to this apartment, and I was getting my stuff ready. I was boxing everything up, and I was stacking the boxes for the next day. And I went to put this box down. I had like 2 boxes, and one was under my chin. And I didn't realize how close the box was that I was stacking those on top of. And when I went to put them down, I went you know, the whole, like, I think there's, like, when you think there's one more step in there, and you kind of come down with that force, and then your foot just kind of sinks. Yeah, I did that. I put the boxes down with a little too much force. And I had this, yeah. Like, I hit the bottom of my chin, and I kind of had my tongue between my teeth, and I almost bit through my tongue. I didn't even draw blood, but when I say I almost bit my tongue off, I mean, I was in a good position to do so.
Like, as far as you're concerned in your life, that is the closest you came to.
Yeah, that's the closest I've ever come to biting my tongue off. Yes. But, yeah, Kevin Hart, he didn't even make gay jokes. He just said he didn't want to have a gay son. And to be fair, that's kind of natural. Like, I'm not anti-homosexual or anything like that. Like, I am not, you know, I'm not anti-gay. But I feel like it's natural for a man to want his son to be virile and, you know, kind of a whore. Because the whole point is for our gene, like, we have a natural desire to want our gene pool to, you know, continue. Like, it's in you as a mammal to want that to be the case. People who don't, again, have something in them that's a little off, and they don't, like, you don't want your gene pool to continue, and something has happened, and your brain's a little fucky. That's all it is. But to bring that crap up so many years after it happened, by all means, man, like, I know at this point, the channel, man, my channel is gonna be my epitaph. Like, that's gonna be that. It's why I would never be allowed to be a celebrity. Because me and your brothers had this conversation with me on multiple occasions. Like, I couldn't be a celebrity because I don't know what's okay to say and what's not okay to say, and I feel like I should be able to say whatever I want to. Like, I should be able to say whatever it is I feel like saying. because everybody else does. You know what I mean? Like the KKK are allowed to be the KKK. It is not illegal for them to have a nigger-hating group. It's not. It's completely legal. As long as they don't hurt anybody, it's completely legal for a bunch of racist white people to get together whenever they want and discuss how much they hate black people. It's okay. Why is it not okay for me to say that I think cartoons shouldn't have gay characters? Like, it's not okay for me to say, yeah, I say the word faggot, but I don't say nigga. And it's like, and I'm not going to change that because the LGBT community has not ever come to the aid of black people, not as a whole, not as a group. Yes, there are probably gay people out there who have been willing to fight for equal rights of black people, but the LGBTQ, for the most part, only focuses on gay, trans, and I don't know, queers. I don't know what the fuck. I think that's what the Q stands for. And I mean, to be fair, the NAACP ain't never went out of their way to help gay people. So it's a fair fight, to say the very least. I'm just saying, if I want to say faggot, I should be able to say faggot. And honestly,
like, there is nothing wrong with you doing these things, but I mean, just like Kevin Hart making those comments, like, it's just going to be read into that way, and that's the way people are going to read you as a person.
Yeah, that's fine. Like, I understand that. And I understand, like, if I was to say, you know, out loud that I feel like if it's been X number of years since you were sexually harassed or whatever, you should probably let it go. And like, and I'm not saying, like, it doesn't matter. Like, it's not that big a deal. That's not what I'm saying. I'm simply saying, in a situation like that, going out of your way to try to, like, ruin a person's life, you are most likely, because that's what it is. That's what it comes down to. You're trying to ruin their career, trying to ruin their life, and you can say, that's not what I'm trying to do. I just think everybody should know. It's like, if you're not, okay, look at it like this. If I tell you that, yeah, doing this will ruin his career, and you say, I don't care, I want to do it anyway, then consider maybe you want to ruin his career. Because that's what it kind of comes down to, is you want his career to be ruined.
I mean, the thing is, it's like, when they view it that way, and again, this is their viewpoint, but they feel like someone who doesn't support their belief system is being rewarded for not supporting their belief system, and they don't feel that's okay because they feel they are being persecuted by said person. Again, this is their feelings.
Yeah, I get that, and again, that's a very, very in your own world view. That is the best way I can describe that.
Because mind you, like, I've always had artist separation. Like, I can think a person's a huge piece of shit and still enjoy their work. And I guess, I mean, to a certain extent, like, I guess you should be able to say at some point, like, if they are truly a despicable, horrible piece of shit of a human being, they shouldn't be getting work, and they shouldn't even be allowed to create art to be enjoyed by anybody.
Like, if you're raping people, like, if you're a flat-out rapist, then yeah, I'm with you there. Like, I totally, like, okay, he's, you know, if R. Kelly is out there, like, being a gross pedophile, then by all means, yeah, y'all should really stop supporting this dude's music, because you're helping him continue to do the illegal. Stop that. But
it's like when people like supported Chris Brown beating chicks.
Yeah, it's like that. Like, his music his sales didn't get worse. You know, he still did well after that whole thing with Rihanna. His music did fine. Wow. And that hasn't changed. It's not gonna change. But it's only because of, like, not necessarily his celebrity, but because of how women viewed him. Like there were older women who were not okay with what he did, but there was a giant fan base of younger females who didn't necessarily feel like it mattered. Like they could justify his actions. Well, this happened because she did this. And it's like, yeah, that's exactly what people who've been abused hear all the time. Like all the damn time. That's what they hear. It's like, no, it was my fault. I knew better. Yeah, that's the rhetoric of a
like I
beating
knew that
housewife.
he was gonna be angry because he had a hard day. Like I shouldn't have even been in the same room with him. That's ridiculous.
I should have given him space. That was my fault. Yeah, that's the rhetoric of somebody who has been beaten on a plethora of occasions. Well, by all means, like I'm just saying, man, I don't do the whole. I feel like I should be able to say what I want to say, and yeah, I'm with you. If a person's a bad guy, like male or female, if they're out there being, but I feel like there's a difference between sexual harassment and rape, because I feel like you can call anything sexual as long as you don't like it, because you can tell somebody they're beautiful every day and they might see it as creepy. It's like, yeah, like he sees me every day and he calls me beautiful. Like it's weird. I don't like it. It's like, and it doesn't have to be, in a creepy way. It's really just because I feel like it's like the dude, it's like the kid who said like sex is like it's not rape if you enjoy it, and everybody hated that kid for it. Meanwhile, I'm like, that's a good joke. Like that's a good bit. And he's not wrong. Because I feel like it's not consent though. It's not consensual. It became consensual. It's like, that's not funny. Like, it might not necessarily be meant to be funny. Not, it is what it is. I don't know how to put that. Like and that's a very like scant situation. It's kind of like the old joke about like if you rape a hooker, is it rape or is it theft? And the answer is both. But she can only claim rape. She can't claim theft because her job was illegal. So that's that.
Well, depending on where she is.
Yeah. So I feel like Las Vegas allows prostitution, but they only want you to prostitute when they can't see it.
Gotta stop this before they kill someone. Hey, your tags are expired. I'm gonna splatter you all over the windshield.
I think the game just bugged out because I'm stopping a car that's already stopped.
Let me know when you get the whole dude like halfway in, halfway out of the car, and then he just kind of like flies off. That's happened to me twice. Like he would be shooting. He was supposed to be like in the back seat, but what ended up happening was he was glitched to where he was halfway between the two parts of the car, like the front and the back of the car. And so what would happen is he would kind of get pushed on top of the car. And then he would just fly away, like kind of like a bug on a windshield. Like it was almost like the forward momentum of the car pushed him away.
Our next caller witnessed it personally. Please tell us.
I was just coming back from the store when a swarm of guys in prison
Happened to me twice.
like a pack of wolves. Robbing,
I mean, once is enough.
lucky for us, right man puts down.
Yes, well, you know how criminals are. Rival factions and all.
I was listening.
Escaped prisoners have seized
To what?
J. Jonah Jameson.
firehouse on the west side.
You can just like JJ podcast or the podcast.
He's Joan.
You can listen to it.
Joan Jama Jama Jama.
You can listen to it.
I know, I can go into the minions.
What the heck is this? What is that? What the heck is that? When did they put this in the game? I mean, I've played Smash enough. Oh, shoot. There's apparently this thing you can throw out now that it just kind of like lands on the ground and it opens up a healing pod, like a healing pad. And you can stand in it. Cool. And you heal. Ah, fuck.
They just really don't want Spider-Man to live, do they?
You know what? I ain't gonna lie. The baseball is an interesting addition to the game. I just killed this with a curveball. I threw it at him and it went past him and it like did that and came back and hit him in the back. Hit him in the back. Hit him in the back, yeah. Hit him in the back, duh.
So here's the thing, Mark.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna either split the stream or end the stream here. You choose.
Where are you in the game?
I mean, I've literally been doing the crimes and stuff. I've not done story yet. At all.
Well, you can end it here, shoot.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what time it is, but it's late. I know that
It's
much.
late enough. So say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.